Different things that are linked to each other are making the Sahara Desert grow. It is one of the places on Earth that is the hottest and coldest. When fertile land goes into barren waste, this is called desertification. This video will talk about what causes desertification, how it hurts local communities and the rest of the world, and a cool way to stop it called the Great Green Wall. We will also talk about the problems this big project is having and what is being done to fix them. We'll learn about desertification and how Africa and the rest of the world can become healthier and more sustainable by working together. When sheep and cattle eat and walk on plants too much, it makes it hard for them to grow back. This is called overgrazing. One of the main reasons the Sahara Desert is getting bigger is because of this. People who live in rural places and raise animals have thought that grazing is a very important way to feed their animals for a long time. But this has caused the death of many important plants. When there are no plants, the soil gets weak and it's easy for wind and water to wash away. Because of climate change, the Sahara is getting even drier, which is speeding up the process of it becoming a desert. Long periods of drought are happening in the area because world temperatures are rising and rain patterns are changing. Extreme weather has made things even harder for an already fragile environment. This is bad because it makes it hard for plants to grow and stay alive. The Sahara Desert has grown a lot because of farming methods that focus on making money quickly, even if it hurts the environment in the long run. Poor drainage and land management are to blame for the lack of water and damage to the environment in the area. Because of these things, desert sands have spread faster, turning land that used to be good for growing into a place that can't be used for anything. People who live there are very worried about the Sahara Desert getting bigger. They get their jobs and food from gardening and raising animals. When the land they use to grow food on turns into a desert, people move to find better places to live. This is bad for money and for society as a whole. Millions of people are having a hard time keeping up with the standard of living because of the loss of farm and pasture land. Desertification has a big effect on both people's lives and the world. During the process, carbon that had been stored in the ground is released into the air. This makes the climate change and global warming even worse. Also, a place with less flora can't take in as much carbon dioxide. This makes it even harder to fix the problems caused by the release of greenhouse gases. Many plants and animals have a hard time living in the desert because of how harsh it is. Desertification makes species go down. The loss of biodiversity is bad for environments because it makes them less healthy and less able to adapt to changes. Several African countries are working together on a big plan called the Great Green Wall. This project is meant to help solve the problem of erosion, which is getting worse. The goal of this big project is to use trees and plants to make a barrier that is 10 miles wide and 4,350 miles long. The goal of this wall is to stop the Sahara from spreading and protect the farms on the other side. The Great Green Wall isn't just a way to stop the desert from getting worse, it has a bigger plan for the future of Africa as well. The goal of the project is to fix land that has been damaged, stop climate change by storing carbon, protect biodiversity, and create green jobs to help people in the area get out of poverty. The Great Green Wall is a big project that aims to make nature better and stronger against climate change and pollution. They'll help by planting trees and other plants. The idea is based on scientific knowledge and methods that are good for the environment to make sure it will work in the long run. There are some big problems with the Great Green Wall. Getting enough money and tools to do such a big and hard job is one of the most important things. The job turned out to be a lot bigger and cost a lot more than expected. The first estimate of $3 billion for the cost was way too low. International groups and donors need to keep giving money to help the country grow quickly and successfully. It's important to use professional knowledge and monitoring services for ecological restoration to make sure that reforestation projects are successful and effective. In some places, the project has run into trouble because there aren't enough skilled workers or monitoring tools. This has caused a waste of time and money. For the Great Green Wall to work, the countries that are part of it need to have strong political support and be committed to the idea for a long time. For the project to work, the countries involved must put environmental policies at the top of their agendas and give the project money for as long as it lasts. International donors like the French government, the African Development Bank, and the World Bank have recently said they will give money to the Great Green Wall project. This has given the project new hope. Even though there have been some problems, this is still the case. These promises show that more and more people all over the world are getting behind the project. Ethiopia is a great example of how the Great Green Wall project can be done well. The country has come a long way when it comes to planting trees and fixing up land that has been damaged. They have fixed up more than 5 million hectares of land and planted more than 15 million trees. This great success shows how far the project can go if politicians back it and there's enough money. Still, there are problems with the Great Green Wall project, but new funding promises and Ethiopia's progress give hope that it will be completed. To make the Great Green Wall a symbol of effective environmental protection around the world, we need to be fully committed, have strong technical support, and get consistent government support. In conclusion, the spread of the Sahara Desert as a result of desertification is a critical concern for the ecosystem that calls for immediate and coordinated action. This worrying problem, which threatens both local populations and the ecosystem on a global scale, has been collectively pushed by overgrazing, droughts caused by climate change, and farming techniques that are not sustainable. It is vital to have a holistic and coordinated approach to combating desertification if one wants to be successful. To put a stop to the unrelenting expansion of the Sahara Desert and to repair lands that have been degraded, sustainable land management techniques, efforts to reforest, and strategies to mitigate the effects of climate change need to be prioritized. In the battle against desertification, the project known as the Great Green Wall serves as a symbol of both optimism and commitment. Recent financial commitments and the lessons acquired from previous events offer optimism for the project's success, despite the fact that it has experienced its fair share of difficulties. Collaboration and dedication from national governments, international organizations, non-governmental organizations, and local communities are essential to the success of the Great Green Wall and other programs to fight desertification. We can preserve the delicate ecological balance of the Sahara and ensure a greener, healthier, and more sustainable future for generations to come if we collaborate on finding solutions and embrace innovation. All we need to do is put our heads together and get to work. For the sake of our planet and all the living things that make it their home, let us come together in the fight against desertification and do everything in our power to ensure victory. Together we have the power to change the course of history and transform the desolate wastelands of the Sahara into vibrant landscapes. These landscapes will see life bloom once more, and hope will shine brighter than it ever has before. Now is the moment to take action. Thanks for watching.